On today's episode of
Jessica Anywhere.
We talk about everything you need to know about the America the Beautiful National Parks Pass. Hello everybody, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. My name's Jessica from Jessica Anywhere, and I upload travel videos weekly on Wednesdays with some lifestyle videos trickled in here and there. So remember like a couple weeks ago when I said that as long as everything goes according to plan, we would have like 8 videos this month? Well, obviously not everything's gone according to plan. I went and got sick for 2 weeks, so that was a great time. Unfortunately, was not able to create any content for you guys, so here we are. I am feeling much better now, thankfully. Also, thankfully, it wasn't COVID. It was some nasty stomach bug that I happened to catch somewhere, somehow, so that was cool. But I am back and super happy to be back here on YouTube, back on Instagram, and all of that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. While going through and making the last video I uploaded, I want to say about planning your first road trip, I decided I wanted to go ahead and dedicate an entire video to the America the Beautiful Path. When I was doing the research for our pass and again refreshing my memory on everything for that video, I realized that there's just not a whole lot of up-to-date YouTube videos on the pass. Now, all of the videos I've seen are a couple years old. They are still accurate as far as the information is concerned, but I figured why not create a new video with a little bit more information for you guys. I want to go ahead and break this video up into 6 different parts in total, so I'll make sure to go ahead and put all of the timestamps down in the description for you guys. First things first, I want to go ahead and address just what exactly is this pass. So if you're doing your own research, you of course already know, but this is an interagency pass that grants you access to over 2,000 federally managed natural and historic sites all across the continental US, Alaska, Hawaii, as well as the territory. There are a few different versions of the pass. The most popular pass that people will get is the annual pass, which is the pass that we have as well. The annual pass is a total of $80 and it is good for an entire year. Technically, it is good for 13 months where you can purchase it at the beginning of a month, and it will be good through the end of the month of the following year. There are a few other different types of passes as well. One of the other passes they have is their senior pass for those 62 and older. If you're over the age of 62, you are able to get a lifetime pass for the cost of an annual pass at $80, or if you would like to, you can buy a pass for the year at $20. They also have a few free passes as well, depending on if you qualify for them or not. The first pass that I want to talk about here is the 4th grade pass. So this is good for anybody in the 4th grade, or I want to say of 10 years of age, and it gets you an annual pass so that way you and your family can go explore America's national parks. They also have a volunteer pass. If you volunteer at any of the national park sites for a total of 250 hours or more over the course of a calendar year, they will give you a pass for free. There is also the military pass, which is good for all active duty military as well as their dependent. And they also have the access pass as well, which is available for those with disabilities. Now, part number 2 is just where can you buy the pass? There are a few different options with this. Last year when we went on our road trip, we went ahead and ordered our pass online since I was not sure if we were going to be able to get the pass when we first got to the park, where we were leaving pretty late on a Friday night. I will have the link for the NPS website where you can buy the pass down in the description, but it's pretty easy. All you do is order the pass online and then they will go ahead and ship it to you, along with a little placard for you to be able to hang your card up in the window, and then they'll also include some brochures for you as well, and you can kind of pick which ones you would like to receive when you're placing the order for your card. Now, if you're not able to order the card online for whatever reason, there is also a phone number where you're able to order the card over the phone. And then, like I briefly mentioned, you're also able to order the pass in person, which is what we did this year. So most of the major national parks like Yellowstone, Yosemite, Zion, Arches, you're going to be able to buy buy the pass when you get to the park, which is going to cover your fee for that park itself, and then of course it'll be good for the rest of the year. One thing I do want to mention when it comes to ordering your card online is make sure you order it with enough time for it to ship out to you before you have to leave on your trip. Our card did cut it just a little close with when we were leaving, but it got there in time and we were able to use it while we were on the road. Now let's go ahead and discuss just where can you go with this pass, what all is included. Like I mentioned at the beginning, this is going to grant you access to over 2,000 different sites that are managed by the Bureau of Land Management, Bureau of Reclamation, Fish and Wildlife, the USDA Forest Service, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and of course the National Parks Service. So all in all, like I mentioned a few times now, there's over 2,000 sites you're able to visit where you're able to explore America's greatest idea, as it's been called, with all of the natural beauty, all of the historic sites, and just everything our country has to offer. So at all of these locations, this is going to cover your day use fee, so to speak. Depending on what type of site it is, it's going to depend on how their fees are managed. Most of the major national parks have a 7-day pass that you're able to purchase, which is what this covers. But then a lot of the smaller sites will have a day fee or a per person fee. Now at the parks where there is a per person fee, this is going to cover the entrance fee for up to 4 adults. The National Park Service considers anybody of the age 16 or older as an adult, so those 15 and under are going to be free to enter. At all of the other parks where you're purchasing a week-long pass or a day pass, this is going to grant the entry of 1 vehicle or 2 motorcycles. Now, what's not included with this pass? The things that this pass doesn't cover, I'm going to refer to as your recreational fees. So this is going to be any camping fees, any boat launching, ferries, parking, any special tours you may go on, like when we went toward the Cliff Palace while in Mesa Verde. And then this is also not going to include any special permits you may need, such as for backcountry camping or anything along those lines. So these additional fees are usually pretty nominal depending on what you are doing, and I personally feel totally okay paying for them, considering A, just how good of a value this pass is, but then B, these fees that you're paying are to help keep the national parks running as smoothly as they are and to help keep improving them for future generations. So for part number 5, I just wanted to go over a little bit of additional information that I thought was helpful to know when it comes to the Parks Pass. The first thing is that you can have 2 owners with this pass. So let's say you and your best friend are planning a road trip and you're planning on getting this pass. You guys can actually split the cost of this, so that way, while it's good for the next year, if one of you is wanting to go on a trip and the other is not able to, you yourself are still able to use this pass without the other person there. Every time you use the pass, you want to make sure you have your photo ID with you, as that is required for the pass to be valid. Whenever you're using the pass, you're going to go ahead and hand the pass as well as your photo ID to the ranger, so that way they can go ahead and verify that this is in fact your pass, and then you'll be good to go. One thing I discovered that I thought was really nice while doing the research for this pass is that they have window decals for your topless vehicles. So your Jeeps, ATVs, motorcycles, so on and so forth. Those that don't have a rear view mirror for the hang tag, you're able to get a decal to stick on the window for whenever you are actually in the park. One thing that's important to note with this is that you must have your pass on you while utilizing the decal, otherwise the decal will be considered invalid. Now remember those recreational fees that I mentioned? This pass can get you some additional discounts off of those fees, just depending on what park it's at, what it's for, so on and so forth. So one thing I of course recommend with this is to do your research. I know, big surprise, but that way you can know if your pass is going to get you an additional discount. You can make sure to have it ready whenever you're buying the additional thing. I wanted to wrap this video up by talking about just my thoughts on the America the Beautiful Pass. I'm sure you could tell by how enthusiastic I've been talking about it throughout the entire video, but I absolutely love this pass. I think it is 100% worth the $80 that you spend on it. Not only are you supporting the National Park Service through your donation and getting the pass, but you're able to explore all of the amazing beauty our country has to offer. Being cooped up at home has really just opened my eyes to how vast the national parks system is, where there's over 417 sites currently being managed, but then just how many of those places are close to me here in Utah and the surrounding states. I love that the National Park Service is just so much more than the 62 big parks that we typically think of when we think of our national park. I cannot wait to get out and continue to explore all of the beauty around me and utilize this pass while doing so. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I hope you were able to learn something new about the America the Beautiful Pass. Please make sure to give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. I would also appreciate it if you guys would subscribe to my channel and turn on those notifications if you haven't already. It's a great way to help my teeny tiny channel start to grow again. Thank you guys so much for watching. You could be anywhere, but thanks for being here with me. Bye guys. Okay, back to whoopsies. Write yourselves pillows. Ah. Okay. Ah. So first things first, I just want to address what is egg.